You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, ABC soap opera fans. We have got something to talk about General Hospital, and it has to do with the dynamic between Sonny Corinthos and Dex Heller. And based on some new General Hospital spoilers, we are wondering if the tides are about to turn and Sonny is going to find out that Dex has been spying on him and could take revenge on him. We want to talk about that real quick because of brand new spoilers for Sweeps. So if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, reach down, click that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of our General Hospital updates. And then let's talk about this. We have to wonder if Michael Corinthos is about to put Dex Heller at risk. If he doesn't follow up and turn over the footage to the feds, what is going to happen to Dex? Is he going to be trapped? Is he going to run off? Is Sonny going to find out what he's been doing? So already this week, we have seen Willow Tait pressing Michael, and she's going to do it again next week. The official spoilers for General Hospital for next week say that Michael makes a very difficult choice. So we are wondering if he is about to abandon his revenge scheme because remember, Willow thinks she's dying because Liesl Obrecht isn't around to donate her bone marrow. Willow is in stage 4 leukemia. She was just talking to Michael about Sonny and how he's been setting him up and how he's been paying Dex to spy on him. And when he was trying to explain this to Willow, because he's been keeping this secret for, I don't know, about a year, right? She collapsed and he is feeling horribly guilty, like revealing this to her was the reason that she collapsed. Of course, it was probably just the excitement of the wedding day when she's so sick. But she's off at General Hospital right now, and they are going to be told that her prognosis is grim, which they already knew that she only had a few weeks to live unless she gets that life-saving bone marrow transplant. We also know that by the end of next week, towards like May the 11th, 12th, the official General Hospital spoilers have the people who were being held hostage with Victor back to Port Charles. So Victor's end game plays out next week, the week of May 8th through 12th, and he's finally taken down, and then everybody starts heading back to Port Charles, which means that hopefully Liesl comes out of this unscathed and will be able to donate her bone marrow. But Willow is going to keep pressuring Michael about this because she wants the family to be unified. She is not happy about what he's doing with his dad and with this estrangement. So if Michael does abandon this revenge scheme, what does that mean for Dex Heller? He's in a tough spot. He has been spying on the local mob boss. He just took secret video of the local mob boss, and the whole end game was that Sonny was going to be going to prison for life, so Dex would take his payment for this gig and he would leave town. And hopefully Sonny would never even know it was him. But this is all very complicated because Dex doesn't want to keep working for Sonny. Well, he's told Joss he doesn't, but the fact is that Dex has a grudging respect for Sonny. As a matter of fact, we talked about this earlier when we speculated in another video about whether or not Dex and Sonny might be father and son, and they just don't know it because Sonny's got secret kids all over the place coming out of the woodwork because, you know, he was carrying on with women all the time. So it wouldn't be necessarily surprising if Dex and Sonny were father and son. And that could play out as part of this storyline. So with Michael abandoning his revenge scheme, that's what we assume is going to happen. Of course, there's no official spoilers confirming that yet, but it definitely sounds like he might drop this. Then Dex could just up and leave town, get away from Sonny, get away from the mob, make an excuse to quit. But the only problem is that he's fallen really hard for Sonny's ex-stepdaughter, Jocelyn Jax, Michael's sister. So he will probably want to stay in Port Charles to explore things with Joss, but then what does that mean for him and Sonny? If he goes to Sonny and says, oh, I don't want to be in the mob anymore, because Joss does not want to be with him if he's going to stay in the mob, although if he did, she'd probably just, keep seeing him. But ostensibly, he is with her on the promise that he's not going to be in the mob that much longer, that he's just finishing up this gig for Michael. So if he wants to stay in town, would Sonny let him quit? Generally, the mob is not a job you can quit. It's not the McDonald's drive-thru. You can't just go in and say, I quit, I'm out. there's that whole like Godfather thing where it's like, I try to get out and they reel me back in. So Sonny probably wouldn't let Dex just walk away knowing all the things that he knows about his operation. So that's the first issue right there, is that if Michael doesn't follow through, then Dex is in this, kind of between a rock and a hard place. And if Sonny finds out that Dex was working for Michael and recorded him to set him up, he could be dead meat. Things are going to be really bad. And it almost seems inevitable that Sonny will find out. Right now, Michael has that footage, and if he hangs onto the footage or destroys the footage, that's one thing. But if somehow someone else gets a hold of that footage and Sonny finds out, then Dex is going to be in a really bad spot. I don't know if you remember this, but way back in the day, Brenda Barrett wore a wire to record Sonny. She did not like his mob activity, and he found out that she had worn a wire, and that was a deal breaker for them. They ended up getting back together eventually, but he did dump her over it. That is not the kind of thing that he will tolerate, and she got away with it because she was his girlfriend and was very cute, but Dex could be in real trouble. Sonny might want to put him in concrete shoes and throw him off a pier. So Michael's change of heart, if it goes the way we suspect, is definitely going to put Dex's life at potential risk. Another option that we've thought about is that Michael could go to Sonny and say, look, I was furious at what you did to Mom and how you picked Nina over her, and it was my plot to take you down. I hired Dex. I've been paying Dex. This wasn't Dex's idea. I've decided against it. I'm destroying any evidence I have. Don't hold it against Dex. So Mike could go and he could lobby on behalf of Dex to try and squash any beef and prevent anything bad from happening. However, knowing Sonny, that tact wouldn't work on him. So Michael going to try and take the blame with Sonny might buy Dex a little time, but it doesn't seem like long term that that's something that Sonny would swallow well. And then there's the whole fact that it seems inevitable Sonny's going to find out about this. And once he does, if he goes after Dex, then Joss is going to be upset. Michael's going to be upset. And then Michael might be in a position where he has to leverage Sonny with the evidence against him. Like he might have to use it as an insurance policy to protect Dex, where he has to say, look, if Dex disappears, I'm going to assume you did it and I'm going to turn this footage over. Of course, trying to blackmail a mob boss, even if he is your adoptive father, is never a good idea. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. If you haven't already click subscribe right now. The button's down below so that you don't miss any of our General Hospital spoilers and updates. Let us know what you think. Is Sonny Corinthos going to take revenge on Dex Heller? Is there a way that Michael can drop this and Dex can get out of the situation he's in with the mob, still stay with Jocelyn, and not have his life on the line? Is that possible? We'll have to wait and see.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.